Hey everyone, Alison Berger here, and today we're going to explore France's Champagne region. Let's go to Reims.
A quick 45-minute train ride from Paris through the countryside, and you arrive in the city of Reims.
And my first stop is at BoBoats, because the best way to see a new city is by the water.
Located on the canal in Reims, BoBoats is an electric boat rental company where you can drive the boat yourself without needing a license. So after a quick safety briefing, we were off.
We're driving a boat in France. In Reims, avec le BoBoat.
And then immediately greeted by some friends
As we set out on this new and fun adventure.
There's a map inside the boat that is very helpful so you know what buildings and landmarks you're passing. It was really enjoyable seeing the city from this perspective, one that most probably don't get to see when they visit Reims. There was so much greenery and you almost forgot that you were in the city. If you're like me and enjoyed doing more living like a local type of activities than touristy ones during your travels, BoBoats is the activity for you.
And now, after that relaxing experience, we're gonna do what Reims is known for: drink champagne.
After a quick Uber ride, it was time to
Explore all things Pommery.
This is a champagne visit unlike any other. Madame Pommery was a trendsetter and innovator, bringing art into her champagne caves as she was the first woman and person to come up with this concept. So before going into the caves, the first thing to do was to go through the art galleries, where when I visited, you were transported into a fun, colorful, and immersive art experience that just goes on until you reach an outdoor area to lounge in before entering the Pommery Museum. Here you learn more about Madame Pommery and the history of her champagne, but still with some art incorporated, all before descending the 30 meters into the champagne caves. As you walk through the caves, your guide informs you of how the champagne making process evolved throughout the decades, how Madame Pommery ran her business, and how she continued to take the champagne industry by storm with her visions and innovations. Of course, all while taking in and learning about the artwork that was on display, as well as the artwork that was carved into the caves. Going on a tour like this really made visiting Pommery so unique and really interesting, and we weren't even done yet because once we were out of the cave, it was time to cross the street and visit the villa. This Art Deco and Art Nouveau styled home was where Monsieur Vassner lived. He was the successor after Madame Pommery because she didn't leave the brand to her children. She left it to Monsieur Vassner, so he lived across the street from the caves and the factory. After the tour, the suspense had built for long enough, and we were finally able to taste the famous Champagne Pommery. We tasted 2 different kinds, and I really enjoyed the Rosé Brut. I could have not asked for a better day spent at Reims, exploring like a local with BoBoats, and then learning so much about Madame Pommery and her world-class champagne.
Well, it's time for me to get back on the train to Paris, so I hope you enjoyed spending the day in Reims with me. For more information about the activities that I did, check out the links below. So until next time, I'm Alison Berger, and don't forget, I'm FunSized.